Welcome back. It's Tyson Travis for another episode of the MVM Show. Glad to have you guys back with us. And today we have the Delta Waterfowl, the Fall 2020 magazine. Actually, pretty cool cover there. Whoever took that shot, doesn't say it, probably says inside the cover, but for those of you that are watching on the MVM Show on YouTube, if you guys want to watch a visual podcast, video podcast, you can check us out there. But also, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, we are on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, everything you can think of. And we really would appreciate you guys going in and writing a review and giving us 5 stars on there in iTunes. Anyways, this cover's got just a beautiful, beautiful orange-legged, green-headed,
yellow-billed,
beautiful, thick-necked mallads. And so, just letting you guys know what we're referencing to, it is the Delta Waterfowl magazine. If you don't support them and you duck hunt, you should look into doing that. Them or Ducks Unlimited. But we're going to talk about, and I don't know how many we're going to cover today, but this is going to be more than one episode. But we're going to talk about tips for mentors. So this is a little bit more for people that are taking new duck hunters and stuff, duck hunting. But I think the beginners can learn some stuff from this too. We'll try to cover some of that. Probably limit this to 30 minutes. So we're going to pull out of this. We're not going to pull out every piece. If you guys want to go check it out, it's on page 37. But we are going to go over line by line and kind of...
It's like a reaction video to what they're saying?
Kind of a little bit of a reaction, but what we agree with or disagree with. Reaction. And not saying that Delta Waterfowl, whoever wrote this article, is wrong in it, but we know we just may have some different thoughts on it or stuff we can add to it.
Gotcha.
All right, so number 1, talking about newcomers, and this is a really good point, is new hunters can be anyone. I'll read a couple of the paragraphs and then we'll talk about it. New hunters can be anyone. Think beyond kids with connections to hunting. Age, gender, and background are irrelevant.
So true. We talked about that just recently. With Caleb, we took
on another podcast.
We met up north, yeah,
or maybe not. I don't know if this one will be ahead or behind that one, but
yeah,
he's 27, first duck hunt.
Yeah, first duck hunt. Like you said, background in surfing. Always wanted to duck hunt for some reason, and into photography. But yeah, it doesn't. Who knows? Who knows? I think sometimes you prejudge who would be interested in doing what we do, and that could be a false assumptions. Like they would never want to do it. Your brother-in-law Michael didn't grow up in a hunting family,
right?
But just being around us and listening to us talk probably more than most people about duck hunting.
More than most people talk about anything.
He's developed an interest in it. So,
yeah. And like I said, I guess sometimes we get stuck in thinking about young people, but even, gender too, like girls. Like my girls are getting to it. They both got their hunter safety now.
They're getting to that age, yeah.
And Vivian's got her license. Violet's 8. I'm not gonna let her hunt this year, but I want to get that hunter safety knocked out.
Yeah.
So she's got that, and then Viv's 12, which she could. The reason I'm not saying she had to be 12, but the thing was just her size. You know how petite Viv is.
Yeah.
She couldn't even held up a shotgun.
Yeah.
Last year, so I tried actually, which maybe a 410 I could have. I'm sure I could have with the 410, even 10 years old, but I just didn't feel like she was
and
ready
too,
mentally and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Being out there all day long, or cold and things like that.
Which if I took her hunting, even
sure
now,
she'd do fine. But
I'm just gonna do a junior, and it's just probably gonna be 2-3 hours in the morning.
Yeah,
that's it. Just praying she hits something. If she doesn't, it's fine. But I really, cool. really want her to get one.
Yeah,
like hopefully we can get him in close.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna shoot a 410.
And too, talk about getting new people in. My wife, I've hunted forever.
She's getting into this year, isn't she?
She's wanting to potentially go duck hunting this year.
She already did her hunter safety though, right?
Yeah, she did her safety, and
Dude, she needs to do.
She shot her she shot her first buck last year.
Yeah.
She didn't grow up hunting. She married into a family that hunted. My mom hunted. My dad hunted. I hunted. But now she has an interest in it,
Yeah.
And I mean, I was impressed. The first deer she shot was 200 plus yards, and she hit it the first shot and knocked it down, and yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder if that's what sparked a little bit more interest in her, is the fact that she did hunt.
Yeah,
I know she's went out there with Talon and Talon
on the junior hunts,
hunts or whatever.
Yeah,
but that's interesting that now she's got the. Hopefully we can get that on video too or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, first hunt or something like that. I don't know. I think Darian's doing the same thing.
Really?
She's supposed to be getting a shotgun. Thomas was telling me and stuff.
Okay,
so
cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
yeah, and like you said, just I'm trying to revert this to being the person mentoring. Like, just gotta have an open mind. And you know what? The thing is, I'm always open to anybody that wants to. I just, like you said, I don't pick them out sometimes in my brain. Like, oh, they would want to hunt. Do you want to hunt?
Yeah.
I just kind of let people. I let people come to me like, hey, I want to hunt. I'm like, okay.
I did the opposite. I tried to recruit
well, you
people.
did. Now you're not.
No, not now.
When's the last time you tried to recruit somebody?
Very long time.
Like before I was hunting.
Well, because my dad started hunting, so I didn't have to get find somebody to go with me. You started hunting. Talon, was hunting at 9, so
that wasn't. Yeah, that started coming in.
Yeah, and he's almost 20, so
yeah,
it's been a while since I tried to find somebody else.
Yeah. All right, the next one. Prepare to be safe. This is huge. Okay, this is what we're doing as mentors. Promote safety from the get-go. I don't know why I feel like I'm talking so loud, but promote safety from the get-go. Every interaction with the newcomer should stress safety in a positive way. Can't agree with that more.
Yeah.
Can't stress that enough. I'd put that as number one. Because it's like, here's my thing. Okay, I'm going to give you my scenario and see why, for people listening to this, if they're people I do know, I almost kind of hope people that know me and are local around here to me, friends, hear this, because then they'll understand maybe why I'm not hunting with them as much. So I got a lot of things going on. I got my own kids now this year, but in the past, last 3 years, taking a new hunter for me is I got to have another adult with me, like someone like you or Thomas, because I'm trying to film. I'm trying to run a dog, work a dog. I cannot, for the most part, be enough on that new hunter to really be watching them the whole time.
Yeah, where they're swinging their gun.
Yeah. If they're putting their safety back on. Because the moment, if I'm sitting right next to them, and the moment I send Rocky out, and if I can't give the hand signals I need to give, and I got to step out farther, now they're behind me.
Exactly. Or if Rocky's out there and more birds come or something like that, and you're focused on him, then potentially, your dog's life could be in jeopardy.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Definitely can happen. Accident can happen with a 20-year duck hunter.
Yeah.
It's been duck hunting for 20 years, let alone someone that may have not handled a gun at all. We're talking about people here that are brand new. So that doesn't mean maybe some of these guys could be just new to duck hunting, but they've been
hunting their whole lives.
They got the etiquette. They got the safety part of it. But a lot of times we're going to be going out there with people who have never shot a shotgun.
Yeah.
Or which that leads into another thing, which they should have already shot by then. I don't want to go out there with somebody that's never shot a shotgun. But I guess me when I say shooting one, I mean out in that kind of environment.
Yeah.
Excitement gets in the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Distractions.
Something new. Yeah. The adrenaline rush. And
I have been around somebody that had an unplanned gun, like shot go off.
Oh, that's scary.
It was the scariest thing. I flipped after I calmed down about thinking what happened. I flipped out on them because I was like, number one, their gun wasn't on safety, and number two, why is your finger on the trigger?
Yeah,
if you're not shooting at something, we were walking.
Oh man,
and it was feet from me.
That's when you have to change your clothes.
Yeah. So, and that's someone that should know better. But anyways, so that being said, these young kids with their dads, some of them, and I'm talking younger too, even, their dad has to be going like and watching them. And sometimes what if you don't trust the parent? Because the parent could get too sidetracked and focus too much on what's going on. Mm-hmm. And then they're not watching their kid. It just makes me really, like, I'm super picky and nervous about that. Like, let's get some more experience under your belt before I go out with you. Because like I said, I have the dog. That would be the most horrible thing in the world.
All
to
it
have
takes
your dog
is one
shot.
mistake, though. You know what I'm saying? It only takes one mistake.
Yeah. Because honestly, let's say if it was a little kid. Let's say if it was a 12, 13-year-old kid and he accidentally shot your dog. That's going to devastate them too. Beyond measure.
Yeah.
Maybe they were never going to go hunt again. Me, you know, you ain't going to hold that against the kid, but it's going to be such a terrible thing.
Yeah.
It's just, the whole thing would be a terrible experience.
It would.
So to eliminate that, you've got to teach safety. You can't stress it enough. And like they say right here, you got to do it in a positive way. I don't want to go out there and say, don't shoot my dog and get this kid freaked out about that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to be in their back pocket. You almost have to put the gun down almost.
Yeah.
So now if we're talking about someone a little bit older.
So maybe like a junior hunt would be a good thing for that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of birds to shoot.
You're not picking the gun up.
You're not picking up the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if you limit it to, you know, one or two juniors.
Another thing you could do is you could put one shell in and say, you know, I know that's kind of getting a little bit.
Yeah.
Or a pump, you know. Sometimes it ain't good for a young kid to have a semi.
Get that reflex of second shot.
Boom, boom. Yeah, they're falling back. I've seen that happen too. But like you said, what about an older person? I guess more they should just have enough common sense, I guess. I don't know, right? What do you like I said,
I would be less apprehensive with somebody that was older than somebody that was younger. Mm-hmm. Just because experiences in life teach you a lot.
Yeah. And that's what I pretty much plan on. I don't know if Viv is actually going to shoot unless it's a perfect scenario and she draws the resi. And I didn't really put her in for much, but if she draws it, obviously she's going to go and try to shoot, and it's probably going to be somewhere good because where I put it in is good places. For her, it wasn't everything. So I thought, you know, it'd be nice to get her one before the junior hunt, but more likely it's just going to be the junior hunt, and I'm there right with her. Yeah. I'm going to help her. If she falls back, if anything crazy happens, I'll be there to catch it. You know, so I'm really excited about that, getting her out there.
That'd be cool.
I remember watching you with, you know, Talon and Taylor and them getting the shoot. Is fun to watch that and the excitement there, you know, for the kids. And that never gets old.
It doesn't.
It never gets old. So safety. All right, the next one is help with licenses and stamps. The licensing process can be confusing and seem expensive to first-timers of any age. So true. Teach them about stamps and license. So it can be overwhelming. Like Michael, you know, what do I get? Like even sometimes I'm like, man, I make sure I didn't forget something. Like, did I get my state? Did I get my federal?
And then if you're hunting, you know, someplace where it requires a pass, you gotta have that.
Did I get my season pass?
Yeah.
Do I get a 1 day pass? Do I get a 3 day pass?
Yeah. And then for somebody that's new, you know what I'm saying? You're like, you don't know how interested they're going to be in it, how they're going to respond to it. So it's like, okay,
don't get a season pass.
A 1 day pass, 2 day pass, you know, a 3 day pass, you know, a season pass.
And
drop
you can't
$170
buy in California. You can't buy them at the check station anymore.
No, you can't buy the pass to get in. Yeah.
So you kind of start out with the 1 day or see how you like it. Problem is at that point, if they're that's why.
But see, I mean, and that's what's good too. I think as being a mentor, you know, if you have gear that they can use where they're not making a huge investment, you know, waders is you know are not cheap. You know, a good jacket is not cheap if you need a jacket if it's cold enough.
Don't throw your old waders away, mentors. I mean, unless they have holes in them. That's a good experience from. If you're like Travis mentorship, the program I went through.
It was the hell week of Navy SEAL training of duck hunting.
Yeah. If you went through my mentorship program that Travis offered for a small fee, you can only go if your waders have holes in them.
And you got to carry decoys that stab you in the back of the legs.
Oh man, every pintail decoy. Excuse me. Make sure the tail is pointed into the body so they stab you every step.
And in the back of the day, you had to be able to move at
a
top speed.
100-mile run. Even if you run, you couldn't keep up with him. And he wasn't running; he was walking. Dude, I remember as I accustomed to how you were, I almost killed myself running so hard. Like when you would send me out there, like when I was certain older and knew what ponds to go to, I would run out there because you had my mindset is to beeline as fast as you could to get out there.
Yeah,
I don't know if he even.
That's how
that.
I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like literally, I would jump out of the truck and be full throttle from the time I got out of the truck.
Oh yeah,
no standing around.
We still don't.
I try to be prepped for like, okay,
it's already ready.
Drop the tailgate, grab the thing. You know, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
No more than 5 minutes in the parking lot. You know,
no way. Already have waders on.
Yeah,
which we still do that. I mean, we'll still rush. We'll still hustle up and get out there. But Travis is definitely not. He can be when he wants to be. When we need to be, you get on it still.
Yeah.
You ain't nowhere near as fast as you were before, though.
No.
Could you be if you want to? Like, if you really want to walk that fast, why couldn't you still walk?
I can walk fast. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, man, that one last year going across that one pond, that was not good.
Yeah. You were hurting.
That was a tough pond.
It was tough in period.
Yeah.
I mean, I was huffing. But I had went through so many times. It was the end of the season. I had got used to it a little bit. It was still not easy. It's never easy.
No.
It just, you can breathe a little better.
I don't know.
Your hips are burning. Your legs are burning. But, I mean, talking about helping them with stamps and everything, I mean...
I think the stamps, though, is like... I think what they're referring to there, this is my own perception, is, yeah, it is expensive, I think, to begin with, but that money is going back into providing for habitat, maintenance of the refuge, you know, and it's going back towards duck hunting.
Well, it even says go with them to get licenses, which I think you probably really should. If they're that in the dark about it, which they probably are, and that's totally fine. You're better off them not buying something they didn't need to buy than trying to tell them over the phone where they're in front of the register.
Or not get both stamps. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Get one, not the other.
Right, which has happened. Who this year, there's some new hunters. Who's new this year? I don't know if Michael's got everything. Comment Michael on the YouTube or the podcast, but I don't know. I don't know if he's even got the shotgun yet, but Michael, possibly Darian, Vivian, Tamara.
Yeah.
Which she's hunted a little bit. She knows kind of about it. But who is like completely... Well, Caleb. Caleb is a good example. The guy we were talking about that did filming for us. He had called me a couple times because he didn't know at all. And I just kept telling him, and then he would text me again. What was it, this one or this?
Yeah.
So...
And you said the Dingler boys were interested in hunting this year?
Yeah, Jake's been mentoring them.
Gotcha.
And helping them. Tell me, I mean, they got everything. I think they bought everything with their own money, too.
Really?
They have everything.
And they haven't even been before.
Never been. They got it all.
They just plunged in full throttle.
Well, he says that they just knew. I guess they felt like they knew. And he goes, when they get it in their mind, he goes, the kind of people they are, they do it.
Yeah.
And they're not going to not like it. He knows that already, so. Same cough, dude.
Now, did their dad, Kenny, did he get his stuff too?
No.
Okay.
But he's going to have to because.
Yeah, those boys aren't going to give him a choice once they.
Well, with being a mentor, Jake has his boys. I have my stuff. You have your stuff. We're all having people that we're with. And you're limited to how many juniors you can take. So there may be a time I may be able to take them. I don't know. But there's a lot of people I still haven't hunted with. I tried to say this before, like Jack,
Yeah.
I want to hunt with Jack. We've been trying to hook up. It just, he gets a resi and he goes somewhere and just, we haven't never lined it up. It's always spur of the moment. So, I'm trying to make priority for certain people that because we have so many people around us that hunt.
Yeah.
It's just not like me, you, Thomas, and Travis, or, you and Thomas.
Yeah.
There's so many other people that I'd like to get on hunts, to film a hunt with, that I haven't even got to do yet. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But if the door opens up, I love it. It's awesome. It'll be fun. It's great. It's great getting those mini videos, those first expressions. So cool. All right, we got time for one or two more. I I apologize, guys. I've been fighting this cough. I've had it for like 10 days. It's driving me nuts. Hunt preparation. This can be as simple as cruising around, checking out new hunting spots, or involvement in making the decision exactly where to hunt. Getting a better understanding of prep required for a successful hunt. So I feel like that could go into decoys, what to take in your blind bag.
Yeah, I think basically, make sure they have the basics so that they're comfortable.
Yeah.
A seat to sit on would be good to have. If you're going out for a morning hunt, make sure they got a flashlight. You don't want them trying to follow you and not, see where they're going, especially not being experienced in the pond, trip and fall, get wet.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they have an extra pair of clothes.
Yeah.
You get wet. It can be miserable out there.
You really, you got to have the mindset you're packing for 2 people. You know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
That new guy, I don't know. I feel like we've done a good job. We're fresh in this, in my opinion, because in the last 3 years, have we not feel like you've had a lot of phone calls from new people on what to do, what to take? Or are they not contacting you?
I don't think so, not me.
Really?
Yeah, I think you've kind of taken over the mantle of that as far as the mentorship part of it.
I think it's because of the channel, though, because I've never asked people to do that. I think they just...
Yeah.
And my door's open, like anybody that wants to I get a lot of emails, too, from people I don't even know asking for stuff.
Yeah.
That's the power of the videos is now I have enough content over the last 3 years. Hey, go watch this video.
Yeah.
So I don't have to sit there and spend time answering email after email. Because I feel like our channel has mentored a lot of people that we'll never even know.
I hope so.
I mean, I've got a lot of emails saying, I started duck hunting 2 years ago because of your guys' channel. Thank you for all your videos, the information you put out, and blind bag stuff. And so,
yeah,
I believe that it has done a lot of that, and hopefully it's always been good mentorship.
Yeah. But things that people, like I said, most people probably don't think about, like, a headlamp, that's something you could easily forget. An extra pair of clothes to change into when you get done hunting. You don't want to, if you get wet or whatever, it's just nice to have a fresh pair of clothes on to put on when you're leaving.
Fresh socks.
Socks,
dry shoes.
Yeah, bug spray. Something as simple as that, early in the season.
Yeah.
Could be a game changer just for, as far as prep for somebody that hasn't been before. And like you said, sometimes when you take somebody new, you're trying to think of packing for 2, because you may have to, loan them a pair of waders. You may have to loan them a camouflage jacket, maybe even a shotgun.
How long did I borrow that jacket of yours?
I don't know, but fortunately we had an extra one and it fits you.
That old camo style one?
Yeah.
You let me you never use it. You had new stuff. I think it was your dad's before or something, or
I don't know. I think I maybe still have it.
Oh, I guarantee there's nothing wrong with it still.
Uh-huh.
The waterproof is pretty much gone.
It's gone.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. But I just try to keep that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why there was some stuff in there that I had that I know I'm not using anymore, but I'm like, I'm going to save it. Because I've already been asked a couple times, different people last year, hey, do you got this? And I'm like, yeah, you can just use it.
Yeah.
So like another prime example, I don't know why I didn't think about him, Robert Hernandez. He's finishing up his hunter safety. He's going to buy a Remington 870, black one. He wants the pump, so home protection to have that cocking sound or pump sound. And so it's going to be prime. He's listening to all these podcasts. He's watching these videos. He's learning what he needs to get, what he needs to have. Kind of what to expect, but at the same time, I got the tendency to walk out there. I did that kind of with John Teeney. You're walking out there, they're behind you, and you just know what you're doing. Maybe I could be a little better at like, hey, okay, so we're going to walk out this road, this gravel road, and then when we dip in the pond, be careful, like you kind of was helping Caleb, be careful of your footing.
Yeah.
Maybe you want a walking stick. I don't know, because it does throw people. If you're not used to it, you completely fall off, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Maybe you want a walking stick. Just kind of, you're mentally preparing them like you did with Caleb, what to expect. So you don't walk into anything just like take their first step in there and then they just fall
face
over
plant
right off the bat, which makes for funny stories later.
Or, like we, fortunately with Caleb, we were on like a little bit of an island, but how it is, places we've hunted, the longer you stand there, your feet can get locked in there and you try to move or turn a certain way and you're not going anywhere except down.
I still fall over sometimes.
Yeah.
Locked in and then go to turn
and
shoot and then boom, you shoot and fall over. I did that up there this weekend, which that was a different scenario. I had the phone in between my legs. I couldn't get in my pocket and all those birds are coming over. So I held it between my knees. So my feet, I'm like this, and when I shoot, I just completely
over.
That was kind of stupid. I went. They were so close though. I had to shoot.
Yeah,
but I lost my balance. But yeah, like you said, prepare them for that. Preparing them. Everything you're doing is prepping them. But I guess I was just bringing up the point, like when you're out there about to hunt, prepping them about the mud, prepping them what you're gonna do because they're gonna be following you. You're leading the way, and then Caleb was like, "How long are we gonna wait? How long we sit?" I'm like, "I don't think of none of these things.
Yeah,
I know how long we're gonna wait till it's shoot time. It's
and
gonna
probably
be 2
with
hours."
you know, like when I was you would be like, "Don't move, be still."
Oh yeah, he's probably like, "Oh my god, this guy's crazy." But yeah, you don't move. And he did really good though. Like,
no, it was.
There
fun.
was times he was taking pictures, there's nothing he could do. He was in the open. He's just bottom line.
Yeah, but it worked out. It worked out.
But yeah,
I
like
did fine.
Stay down.
Yeah.
I started telling him little things like, "Hey, don't be looking up and spin your head around like." Because he didn't have a face paint on or a face mask or anything. It's like, keep your head down, try to hold still as you can. Just stuff like that.
Yeah.
Before it starts happening, instead of waiting until it's happening,
Yeah.
I'm talking about mentorship, but I mean, those were really good points. We'll probably just stop right there for this one. We're getting close to the end, but it's fun, but you got to focus. That's a different type of hunt.
Yeah, it is.
There in person.
It is. But like we talked about previously, or however these come out. But when you see when they have a positive experience, that's the cool part. When they have a positive experience and you can tell that it connects with them, that spark. You know what I'm saying? You see that spark in their eye. That's what is rewarding as when you mentor somebody. For me personally, is you.
It's worth it.
Until you're taking something that you love so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you've passed it on to somebody else, and they get to experience things for themselves. We talk about duck hunting a lot, and other people that haven't duck hunted before, they see like, oh, that must be exciting because they talk about it so much. But you can only say so much about something. But when you experience it for yourself, it just takes it to a whole new level of of likeness of it. That's not the right word, but the excitement's that much greater.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys. Don't think we left anything out because we have a lot to cover still. We probably have two more podcasts on stuff talking about this. The order was a little different on that. I would have put some things in different order, and I don't think they were doing it in a specific order. So if you're thinking, we left out practice shooting or anything like that, we'll cover that in the next one. So don't give up on us. We got probably 2 or 3 more episodes on just that alone, talking about mentorship and stuff like that and new hunters. So hang in there with us. We'll put it on the next one. And thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate all your support. And we'll see you on the next one.